Good morning. So, gonna change it up a little bit this week and do a bit of Airport CEO. I haven't played this game for a little while, honestly, just because the alpha wasn't very playable. And what I mean by that is, while you could play it, the game state wasn't really in a very good place. There was a lot of broken aspects to it. And so my Steam review was basically don't play it unless you really are into testing things. That, again, does not reflect that the game is bad or poor, because there is a huge amount of depth and potential that this game offers. I just don't think it's quite there yet. Now, the last update that came out about, well, not the last update, but the last major update that came out about 4 to 6 months ago added in large style aircraft, which is something I'd been waiting for. Additionally, they've made a ton of other little micro edits in there, and there's still a lot of problems where I wouldn't recommend somebody getting into this yet if they're not really big into alpha testing. But there's some really good aspects to it now, and it's a very different game. The main issue was last time, and probably still going to happen, is that every time they do a patch, it pretty much breaks your airport, because they're redoing pathing, they're changing buildable structures, they're doing all this stuff in the background that may remove items, add items, tweak items that render your airport essentially non-functional anymore. So that's kind of why I opted to keep away for a little while, just because, well, it takes a while to build your airport, you invest time into it, and then suddenly it's gone. Other issue is that they don't really have any sort of in-game tutorial. Now, you can find tons of stuff online about how things work. Even some of my early videos as I was trying to figure it out would function in that purpose, but that's not really where you need to go with it. So in this, there's still some broken things that I made a lot of mistakes of. I designed aspects of my airport wrong just because of the way I thought it out. So let me clear a bunch of these errors, and I'll show you some of the fun stuff that's currently going on in the airport. So this is my airport. You can see I've got a long stack on the left, some stuff in the middle, and then a big long terminal area. And you can probably see some of the actual problems that I've run into in just playing with the different systems and tweaking things the way they are now. So this is my current area for the ticketing counters. Originally, this little area over here was that section, and I had planned this was my security section, and this was going to be another area for ticketing. That was not a good idea, and it just didn't pan out. So I ended up extending the terminal over here, planning a baggage area here, and then another ticketing international area kind of over there. So I've got a big area for ticketing, and you can see that everybody kind of goes upstairs here. So if I go upstairs, you can see my security booths. Now let's fast forward here, because we're going to get to watch one of the fun new routing errors. Now, routing was a major problem in my last few videos, but while it is not fixed, routing is so much better. So you can see what's kind of happening here. These groups shuffle forward, and when this group right here clears security, this next batch will move up. This is a load glitch. It doesn't seem to happen after loading. So all these new people are coming up, they're trying to get in lines for security, but they can't. So as these two groups clear security, suddenly you'll see this batch move up, and then the next batch, and the next batch, until finally everything's operating normally again. So they cleared, and suddenly here goes the next group. You can see where it kind of breaks in there. That's really kind of annoying, because it messes with a lot of flights, because it's just inefficient. All these people get backed up and stacked up really badly, and it can cause some delays with flights, as this guy's going to clear, and then the next group starts to cycle down. But this causes a huge delay as it backs up down the line, creating more and more space for the next group to move through, which means that planes that are expecting passengers to come board are going to be stuck waiting for them to get out of their way so that they can essentially continue. So this is my security area. It's comprised of a lot of large security booths. I don't know why you're open. Go away. A lot of large security booths, and honestly, even when I'm running at full tilt and everything's smooth, I have found that with these 5, I can get away without any issues. I've not had to open my additional 4 yet, and that's with all these aprons and stuff fully packed and raring to go. I have not run into issues, again, once it gets fixed. Now, on the left, I haven't built anything. I was going to do shops and food because I learned a lot about how shops work properly, and so I really wanted to get that going, but I haven't done it just yet. So I put in some people movers just to zip some passengers around the corner. They come down to this section in the terminal, which drops them. So I've got some that will walk down here, and the rest will kind of zip on down the rest of the terminal to get to their planes. At the top, I have 4 GA booths. You can see I have 2 boarding areas, so I can potentially set this up for small, medium aircraft. Down here is essentially the original portion of the airport. You can see the original parking area that I haven't done anything with since. And this section, you can see I used to have my original build zones, my original fuel depots. I had a bunch of stuff parked out down here. Even my original tower was back here. But I cleared all that out because I shifted everything around. So my big tower's there. I have a nice little weather station right here. You can't really do anything with it. And that's pretty much the layout of the airport overall. Now my original runway is right here. I've got some of the original taxiways. You can see as I expanded, I kind of ran out of space, so I had to get a little bit creative with the routing. But I managed to get it overall working. The biggest issue is that if anybody's coming near the taxiway, all the planes just sort of park and wait until the planes coming are out of the way, and then finally they'll start to move, which creates a little bit of a backup, but overall it's okay. So this one is only for small aircraft, nothing else. I could land some medium ones on it, but I just don't want to. It's better this way to keep things efficient. So if I come up here, you can see I now have 2 large runways. These were originally 2 medium runways, but the large runways are actually 2 full squares bigger. And what I mean by squares, if I pull out the terminal, this is 1 full square made up of micro squares, the way I'm going to describe it. So a medium runway comes out to here. That is a medium runway's width. So when I built these, I had the spacing, I had all the exits and on-ramps kind of built out. So this runway was actually somewhere up about here. And the original cross taxiway was down here. And then I realized that when I was going to build these out as bigger runways, I couldn't do it. I was going to run into some issues. So I ended up having to, one at a time, shut down the runway, demolish it, replace it, and then open it, and then repeat the process on the other side. Surprisingly, this didn't break my airport. I really didn't run into any issues doing this because I had this runway set for arrivals and departures. Right now, the outer runway is just for arrivals, which is more standard, and the inner one is just for takeoffs, which again, standard airport. I reworked my taxiways, I reworked my pathing to keep it a bit more simplistic. I don't like how the landing lights kind of go right across the taxiways, but whatever, is what it is. You're able to drop some gates there, and I like the bigger pappy lights. Taxiway infrastructure is pretty straightforward. You come down and then you can split. Right now these are all closed because I don't have the ability to sustain them properly. But eventually you'll be able to go left or right. In all honesty, that's kind of what I need to do here. Set you that way, you that way. There we go. That way nobody comes down there. So the planes will come down and they'll go either way. So anyone coming on this side does that, which is fine and dandy, and pulls out through the airport, no problem. All right, let's go back to the front now and check some of the other issues. So this is my entryway. It's basically the same design I've been using since day one. I've got some good ideas now on how I can really kind of revamp this and change it up. But the addition of one-way roads really made this a lot better. If you remember some of my early videos, I kept getting stuck with trucks that were trying to turn around and U-turn, and then the whole thing just shut down because nobody could get past. Well, now with one-way roads, I've made it so that you kind of have an external bypass that'll get you around some of them. As you can see, pathing is kind of stupid and doesn't do it quite right, but it's better than it was, where they now have the opportunity, based on these open areas, to cycle through different spots of it and avoid causing traffic jams some of the time. Like this guy can now exit, so if there's a bus or two stuck here waiting, then it's not a big deal. Unfortunately, some of my buses like to park right here and do it. So what I think I will come in here and do, pull up my one-way road, plonk you, and take you off. That way they can't quite do the same screw up, but they'll still go wherever they want. So I guess this is the problem one. Anyway, So that's my front. There's a lot of people coming in and out of my subway station. The buses are a lot more popular than I thought they would be, so in reality what I need is a much larger front with multiple ingestion points that allow you to come to different gates, much more like a real airport would be. But there's a lot of fun stuff that I plan to do in the next iteration of this. So we can also now delete these guys. I have my ground floor exit, which is not a big deal. I have a shop up here, which is, this one actually does phenomenal. So I have 4 days left and I've already almost beat the contract. This is a pretty big shop. Originally this was 2 separate shops, but it just, neither of them did well. They kind of stole business from each other. So I demolished the central wall, merged them together, put in some extra shelving, and for a 2-star one, this thing usually finishes at 6,000 to 7,000. So you can see the revenue I've already made. I make a good amount of money off of this one. Bathroom's a little bit small because I really don't have any other bathroom in the entire terminal. Again, not very realistic or proper. Down here I've got my break room full of all of my construction staff. I just did some edits, so they're busy. I have 3 bathrooms. I have the female, male, and the non-binary bathroom. All open, ready to go. In the main terminal, these things actually do make some decent money, the vending machines, which is another cool new addition. And that's really the bulk of the airport at this point. So coming down here and taking a look at what happens, it gets pretty busy. Other cool feature is the self-boarding desk. So you actually can put multiple of these in to really make your boarding much more efficient. These single gate ones are very inefficient. The dual ones are good, but they take up a lot more space. And you can kind of see one of the other issues that currently happen. So in the older airports, you could build a wall there, plonk a door down of various size, and when you connected the boarding desk to the actual apron, it didn't really cause a big issue. Now it deletes the wall and basically breaks it. So if I come here, okay, I fixed it by putting those back in, but you can see the door that I originally built in the wall when I connected it, but as soon as I connected it, it broke it. I did go back in and try to build walls, but it kept deleting them from me for some reason. And even when I came in, oops, and plopped a large door, which is essentially this almost the space, it didn't retain it. It deleted it a couple of times. You can see here I put a medium door in and it still screwed up. This one I had a large door in and it deleted it. So not perfect yet. So I haven't really bothered about fixing doors or anything like that. It doesn't really make a big difference. But it does work. And you can see just how many people I got shuffling through this airport. It's really kind of cool when everything's rolling and flowing properly, how really busy it gets. This one's boarding has not started, but he's ready. When is boarding supposed to start? I have no idea. Why don't I look at the gate? No flight scheduled. Okay, that means I have a broken problem here, which probably means this is one of the planes that got stuck. Probably same thing with you. Where is your gate? No flight scheduled. Yeah. So these are the ones that kind of got glitched waiting on the passengers to come, but they couldn't make it through security in time, so these planes are all glitched, which is really unfortunate. So I've got all these ones that are dead. Let's just clear them all out, get rid of them. No flight scheduled. This is the other glitch that happens quite frequently, unfortunately. I kind of have to botch everything and get rid of them so that I can get my planes back on track, which does not bode well for any of my inbound flights. What are you doing? Okay, good. You have a flight scheduled. You have a flight. You have a flight. You have a flight. Flight. Nope, no flight scheduled. Okay, goodbye. You have a flight. You have a flight. Okay, good. Nope, another one that's broken. Great. Okay, goodbye. Alright, so that should fix most of that, and that should also take care of a lot of problems. What are you doing? No flight scheduled on you. That is no cool. Yeah, see, he's still boarding passengers as they come down. That's why I have 21 there. I'm just going to get rid of him because it's just not worth it anymore to keep all that stuff sitting here. And you can see all the passengers that were waiting to get in there just now left my airport. Rather pissed off. Which then overburdens my infrastructure out here that just cannot keep up. And a number of other problems. I think some of these guys are going to come get in on new flights. You can see the deboarding stairs getting ready to go. It's just fun to watch all these little things come together and work now. The airplane should be on the ground. Maybe? Yep. Nope, that's the one leaving. Alright, so there is a plane coming. Boarding opens at 1:30. It's already past 1:30. Alright. Yep. So you do have the option now to kind of tweak some of your stands. You can set specific airlines for certain stands, which is another thing I plan to do in the next one, where you can kind of like at regular airports now where they will buy certain terminal sections, which is great. Here comes my big guy. And in buying certain terminal sections, the airline will basically take that over. So you can build airline clubs now, lounges, yeah, airline lounges. I can build a cool little lounge with buffets and information desks specific to the fancy area, which is just a really neat thing that you can do now. Alright, let's watch my big guy come in. We'll see the 2 stairs roll out. I should have an airline cleaning truck come here in a minute. Here they all go. Making me good money. A couple of planes just arrived here. Look at all those people getting ready to go. Alright, so turn around. We've got deboarding almost done. Deboarding is done. I don't know where my waste trucks are. Fuel's arrived. Ooh, you're not going to have enough to top him off. Yeah, you are not going to make that go. Yep, second fuel truck pulled in. I really wish I knew where my waste trucks were, though. Your delivery of food, I don't know why you're having issues. Okay. Huh. Let's see if I have a problem, because these guys used to work, so... see if that works. I might have put that in backwards. Anyway. Alright, all those guys are coming down here. Fueling just still not done. I need to get some bigger fuel trucks. Who are you? You are cabin cleaner. Dang it, come on. Got all these guys freaking out. Yeah, I must have screwed something up when I built that. Because now none of them can come in here and clear the waste. Yeah, so I did screw that up. These guys are going to be taking all my waste. Yep, some of them are still hauling it. What do we have here? Okay, catering is in place now. That's good. Fueling is going. Catering is going. Good, good, good. Cabin cleaning I don't think has started yet, which is not cool. Come on, I need a cleaning truck to get in there. So because I broke this so much, it's really having some issues. I have enough cleaning trucks, as you can see around here, as well as catering, that there's a lot they can do, but they're all running into issues. So they're all almost all full. Jeez. Dirty airplanes. All the delay in getting all those other flights turned around has now led to several issues with my big guy. So he's going to be late. They'll probably start boarding and then they'll probably get a waste truck out there, which is really annoying, but that's my bad. See, like in this one, they tell you which way is in or out. This one, they don't. What are you doing? You need to leave. Ay, 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 ay. All those trucks, they just don't know what they're doing. Yeah, this is really screwed up. What are you doing? Why aren't you going in? You're full. Oi. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna have to build a second road on there. I'm just gonna put you down and you up. There. That is the only way to do it. Okay, so that will get built. How much waste do you have? You're packing up pretty quick. Do I have anything here? Deboarding is completed. Catering's done. Boarding hasn't started yet. When are you going to board? No flight scheduled. Great. Which means that I broke it already. Let's pull up the airline menu. So I've got it set currently to a 90-minute spread. I should probably push it out farther. You can see I have plenty of flight capacity. The problem is all those broken issues with people, routing, and some of the truck problems like I just ran into have basically made it so nobody wants to be at my airport anymore. You can look at all these people down here waiting to board and go places, but they're all stuck waiting on services that I have broken. Come on guys, get out here, build my road. Guess I could send some of my contractors home, but I'd rather not. Okay, come on, come on, come on. I have broken my airport again. Come on. Here we go. Now we'll get you out of here. Why are y'all driving up there? Whatever. Alright, so we're good on that front. Let's open this. Yeah, the economy's gone down the toilet lately because of all those issues, and nobody wants to spend any money, and I'm having problems with planes and all that. I'm doing alright on this front, although service technicians are low, but that's okay. I do not need so many contractors at the moment. Let's keep 20. I think that will be more than sufficient for my needs. Okay. There we go. Boarding has now started. So I've got the dual boarding on here. Goes pretty reasonably fast, but again, because it's broken, I may not actually get them all on board. I've got 81 and it's all frozen up now. A couple people going in. Guess those are my first class cabin. Yep, so this one's finally ready to go now, and the others should all start getting out of here again. I have plenty of vehicles to do this, but because of my broken issues down here, I couldn't do it. Now this is my catering center, and this is what really pisses me off about the catering system. See, this truck just left with tons of space. How many is this guy going to take? 20? Nope, 14. They don't fill up, and that's really a waste because this thing is sitting on tons of meals. See, I'm fully stocked up on meals, and I'm spending no money on this. How many is this guy gonna take? 57. Okay, he took more than the others, but again, they don't top off. They take just what they need for the individual flight that they're heading off to, and that's it. That is just such a waste in time because they're driving around the entire airport. So if you've got 2 or 3 planes that are about to go, fill up on your meals. Take enough to do it. Then you don't have to worry about it, and you can just leave. All right. Get rid of that. So that's pretty much where this one stands. Overall, this was a huge learning experience for what you can do. Pretty cool little underground path that I built. And this is really just a bit of foreshadowing kind of to what I'm going to do moving forward. So you can see here it's really efficient with my one-way street. I'm going to do a couple tests with de-icing. I really don't think I need to at the moment. But we'll see. I think it'll be kind of fun. Anyway, this is just kind of my test bed for the current options and build. And you can see overall the airport's doing pretty well. I am just the reason that it broke. Oh, I don't have a contract. Yes, no contract in either room. How lovely. And one thing I learned about the restaurants, unfortunately, is that they are very, very snooty in what they want. So if we look here, this guy needs 161 square feet, so not a lot of space. One display fridge and not a lot of sales to get up. But if I go to, can't do that. If I go to the bistro, he wants 8 fridges, a lot of space. If I look at the sushi, I need stainless steel, modular sofas. I have to really start building all this extra stuff to turn it into a more realistic restaurant, which makes perfect sense. I'm not angry at it, but again, it's some of those things that they don't tell you. So I really can't do much about it. Look at this one racking up the money. And these toilets. Eesh. I think everybody's stuck. But there's really no information on how to make that function properly. The other thing that you've noticed I probably don't have is a baggage system. So I set this up to be my baggage claim, but if you remember the old system, there was all sorts of stuff you could do in building trays and things like that. Now you really can't do anything. So I have a tilt tray, escalator up, escalator down, conveyor belt, and then high speed. I've got a scanner for security, more scanners, specific ones. I have a scanning station for a person. I have baggage destroyer, and then I have the baggage bay, which is basically necessary for bringing it in and out of the airplanes, which I was going to set up kind of out here as a great centralized spot to ingest it, and the conveyor path would be very simple to bring it into here. There's no way for the passengers to pick it up. Now, I could for sure build a little tray around here that just brings it in and then it just goes around in a circle forever. It just, they really don't have any tutorial on it. So I still have a few things that I need to play with. Oh, security is still backed up. That I can play with to figure it out. But ultimately, I'm going to need to spend a bit more time building this out. Now, you're probably wondering why I did this funky area at the top. Originally, this space here was going to be my international passport section. You can now build passport booths. And actually, you can see I still have some of this stuff set up over here, which is actually a complete waste. Because I don't have any international flights, I'm not even sure if that's in the game at this point, and I built it wrong to where essentially, in order to get to the international zone, you would have to leave the airplane, go upstairs, and then come through the security pass point. So you really are going to have to properly think out your airport infrastructure and deployment in order to make that work. That little bell is probably killing everybody, so sorry about that. That's my failed airport. Let's slow this down a little bit. When things work, they work. You can see, though, I've got a bit of a backup with all these trash issues going on. Let's stop pickup at 250. Let's request pickup before we get full. How about that idea? And get you picked up. Here comes my trash truck. Perfect. Bringing in more fuel. That should definitely help. Yeah, I've got a bit of a problem at security, guys. Let's open another booth. I've got security folks that'll come down here and help us out, but we have run into a bit of a clog. So we have plenty of security personnel, whoops, who will get that booth opened, I believe. I hope. I paid for enough based on the international zone that I had for a short while. Maybe they're stuck in the break room and can't get out. I think I'm short one person. Let's see. Security officer. Yeah, let's see if I can pick up a couple more here. That way I can get these guys cleared of security a little better. But it costs so much. Who else do I need at the moment? Okay, janitor, nope, you guys are doing fine. Service technician, nope, you guys are catching up. So, that should be enough to open this one when the new guy gets here. What are you waiting on? Boarding, which is the security issue right here. Let's see if they've got another cheap security guard. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to buy... Oops, those are my already hired ones. Security, $13. I'll take you. You're cheap. And 18 too. I'll take you. There we go. New line open. Starting to fill up very quickly. This should definitely help. Here comes a whole slew of folks from downstairs. Oh yeah, these are my automated kiosks. So you set up a baggage check-in, and then these are the little kiosks that the people can use to check themselves in, and then eventually they'll drop their bags off here. They'll zip in under the airport and come out there when I enable baggage and get that set up. Economy is still in the toilet because I don't have a very good system for airlines or getting people out of my airport. Apparently more people need to take the subway. You can see the security line is still a bit on the ridiculous side. More people need to use these other available lines. Dagnabbit. Who's cheap? $11, I'll take you. To heck with it. Let's just get them all. And we'll open you. Okay, I think I'm still short. Nope, here they come. Come on, guys. Don't cycle out of the line. Don't break one. Guess some people are needing to go on break. Where are you guys walking? There we go. That one's open. No, where are you going? You're a security officer. Get back here. There we go. Now that one's open. All right. So you can see now we've started clearing through some of that backlog. All right. Things are going to start getting back on track now. I'm just going to have to leave it running for a while, which is the unfortunate part in order to get all this stuff back down. This guy should be pushing any second. I think we're waiting on... Yep, there he goes. Okay, usually you would turn him around, but I guess I need to fill in the space there on the tarmac. See, that's what I was expecting. Big guy's on his way out. His wing is going to take that plane out, or go over it, I hope. In comes the next one. How many people are on board? We're dumping 126. Wow. Plane is here. Deboarding in process. 126 off. Security is bumping along, but we're starting to get more caught up. Weather has come in. Okay. Lines to get out are still atrocious. I should probably build more bus stops, but I'm not really going to waste the time at this airport. This is, again, just a simple way for me to have some fun and figure it out. So I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to do this. I think... this, I'm just gonna have to send them all down, but that's the problem. If I do that, and then I come here and feed in, see? And now if I go down to the lower level, I'm gonna have to build my conveyor belt here, or here, in order to send them out. Which can be fine, that's not the end of the world. Down, we're gonna plonk you there, you there, you there. So now we're gonna be able to start taking baggage. But see, if I block these, I'm gonna run into the situation where they're not gonna be able to get out. And that's just not gonna work. And I can't build that there. So how do I do this? I can't build that there, so obviously I'm gonna have some problems. Because I don't think any of these guys are now gonna be able to leave the airport, and I'm gonna have to send it down. Autosave. There. See, I don't know if those are actually going to connect into it because of the way I did it. So I think this desk is going to have to be farther out. I'm going to have 2 separate runs for those to go down to the floor in order for baggage to actually do anything. And that can be okay, just very annoying. So there's my other one. Okay, that one's feeding. So you can see they're all just dropping on this guy here. And now essentially I need to come out. I have to build this thing inside of a building, which is always going to be a bit on the fun side. I can build him here, but I can't do anything with it outside of that, and I need all that access to get around him. So I'm kind of hosed, really, if you think about it. So, needs must. Let's build us another addition to my terminal. Thinking this, maybe? No, let's do it this way. I think that was the size I needed. That is entirely too big. How big did I need? Why did I think I needed something so big? Interesting. So it just has to be placed inside, but then I can't do anything with it. Alright. You, take you out, take you out. I guess I don't need walls, but for some reason it's got to be placed indoors, which is just goofy. Okay, so I can figure something out on this. Let's take my terminal now and get rid of that. And what I will do now is I will take a singular service road. Oh, cripes. Nope. We're going to come here. And play this game. Okay, and now we're going to do one way. There. That should take care of that for the baggage. Shoot, that's not going to work. Get rid of you. I am going to need another terminal building space there, but I don't want any walls. Okay, because I need to do must be placed underneath the terminal. What? You're not going to show me anything. Son of a... Alright, 2 squares over. I suppose it is. I'm confused. I am so confused. Why are all my arrows going backwards? What's happening? I think I got these backwards, if I'm honest. I want my up. Yeah, like you're the... Yeah, you're the... Yeah, something botched my arrows up, because that's just not right. Wait a second, now I'm really flipping confused. That is supposed to be the up. Okay. That looks a bit better. So, now if I build my conveyor belts... which I can't build across the road, so essentially I have to go down again. Lovely, lovely. That just needs to get in the terminal, and then I can build it up, I think. Right? Yep. Alright, so in this case now, let's go down again. Alright, now we gotta try and figure out the up. Yeah. And that bell gets really, really annoying. Okay. There we go. Guess I'm trying to name something here. Alright, so that's done. And now in the terminal. That is a terrible place for that. No. I can't have that. Yoink. Okay, that should work. Alright, so now... for giggles, let's just build ourselves a bit of a massive there you go. There's your first baggage claim. Now, can I enable baggage services? I don't think so. An open baggage claim area. Room size, area requires conveyor belts, and part of non-secure zone. Alright, well all that's done, I just gotta wait for things to be built. Yes. You. Not a tunnel, dagnabbit. I need a service road. Now I can come back and do arrows. Okay. Baggage staff. I don't know who they're gonna need. Ramp agents per side, so I need to make sure that I have ramp agents. I'm gonna need to hire some more ramp agents. Let's hire some ramp agents. Yipes, everybody's expensive. Oh well, let's do that. See what security's up to. Well, they're making some headway. Yeah, finally got a different airplane type there. Let's break the world and open another one up. That should be fun. Already can't get enough people out of my airport. But we are definitely a moving and a shaking now. Oh, that got pulled out. Beauty. I think I'm gonna need to open some more bus stops. What do you think? All right, this is just not gonna end well for me. Yeah. Let's just see how this works out for me. Let's see, a bus stop is what? 3. Boom. 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 Come on down, come on in. Alright, now we'll go one way. Up, over, down, turn, up, out. Alright, now I'm going to need to build some pedestrian sidewalks there. I'm gonna need to put some crosswalks in there. Alright, other fun things that you can do with this. You can change the entry side, which is just fantastic. Problem is, I can't tell. Yep, pretty sure this is what I need. Yep, okay, which is a huge boost to the way everything goes. Should I put a taxi cab in? Just enough space for it. Why not? Let's put a cab in. Alright, now I'm gonna let that start getting built. Then I'll add the lights and everything else to that. We'll get it moving. Alright, let's real quick get some operators here. Deploy all contractors. Come on, guys. Let's build this stuff, man. You guys are taking forever. Ah, vehicles. This is going to be a problem. Two, 10. Baggage. Okay, now that I am very broke, I think we're gonna be okay. I wonder why I don't have anybody landing at that one. Probably because I don't have enough large airplanes. My service sucks. Alright, taxi thing's there. Let's plonk in another taxi stop there, which will allow my people to move through. And what I am going to do is build a neat little large area here in the middle of space where I can build several. Wow. Hello. Why are my bus stops broken? I'm very confused. Yeah, I got all these people that can't go anywhere now. They're gonna be pissed. Okay, you guys build that. Now my passengers can start going. Perfect. Once those are built, then I need to start shifting their entrances around, or this is going to get really confusing. You. Perfect. Everything looks good now. Already got buses in. Alright, so what I need to build real quick now are places for all these people to hang out. So let's put one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. Alright, let's put some... Can't tell which way the dang bench goes. Guess I'll just build it and see. And while I wait... Let's build some crappy little lights here. Boom. Boom. Okay, perfect. So it goes that way. That doesn't tell me a dang thing. And if you guys aren't going to sit on my benches, I'm not going to let you. But anyway, I got a large staging ground here. We got lots of buses coming in. That should begin to help reduce the amount of people that I've got chilling out there. My baggage claim is open. I need... Where's my ramp agents here? I have 10 available ramp agents. Okay. Guess I should probably enable baggage service and see how this breaks for me. Yes, this isn't too bad. Nobody's using my benches, but screw you guys. that's how you want to play it, I won't let you have one. There you guys go. Have some light. Hey, I got planes. What's the problem? Ah, shoot. Alright then, so you... how do I connect you to a baggage bay? Connect. Cannot connect while handling a flight. Well, to heck with you. So basically, I can't do squat because everything is spoken for here. Okay then, so basically, I can only do this with my new ones. Awesome. Baggage bay. No, not people. Dang it, go away. So the only way I'm going to ever get this to work is essentially by using my new ones. What was the problem I just saw here? I am short on passenger service agents, ramp agents. Alright, so we need just a couple of folks here. Ramp agents, I don't need many. And passenger service are my gate folks. We'll hire the cheapest guys I can. Wow, you guys are not cheap. Well, I've got a ton of people sitting out here waiting on buses. That's not good. You know, one thing I should have thought about was putting another subway station in. Maybe that'll help. Alright then. Let's do that somewhere uneventful here. We'll plonk you right there. We'll put you right there, and we'll drop a small crosswalk across the road for you. Alright, operators. I don't need all of these guys again. Goodbye. What are we waiting on? Boarding. Awesome. Always stuck waiting on boarding. Alrighty then. Well, I'm going to call it here. This has been about an hour's long video. You got a good idea of the game, the gameplay options, what you can do with it now. The conveyors, you kind of have to build your own baggage claims. I'm not sure how this is going to look, but we'll find out. Next, I need to build a de-icing facility, which, not a facility, but what I need to do is build the de-icing pad. I got the depot, so my de-icing pad needs to be built, and then I can essentially have tested all the systems, and at that point, figure out how the heck I'm going to build a proper airport, because this thing is busted, as you can hear by the incessant dinging. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I do like this game. I think if you're big into kind of the airport stuff, Tower 3D is a great game. It's good for the ATC side of it, but managing the infrastructure and activity of the airport is a whole new ballgame and brings in a whole new slew of issues. As you can see, I have many. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.